The Traditional English Lunch Guide, a fascinating exploration of a treasured UK tradition. But did you know that the early Christmas lunches in England didn't look anything like what we have on our plates today? Yes, it's true. The iconic images of roast turkey, stuffing and Christmas pudding that fill our minds and our dinner plates each year would have been foreign to the early celebrants. Instead, the inaugural Christmas lunch was a simpler affair, with dishes like beef or goose, boiled root vegetables and plum porridge. And it was shared not just amongst the family, but with neighbours and friends in a spirit of community and festive celebration. The menu for this grand lunch, as recorded by historical sources, was quite different from our modern holiday fare. While the exact dishes remain a subject of speculation, we do know that meat pies and fish were popular choices in medieval times, while mince pies and mulled wine emerged during the Victorian era. And roast beef was a staple before the turkey gained popularity. So where did our current English Christmas lunch staples come from? Well, roast turkey took centre stage in the 19th century as the bird became more affordable for the average household. Stuffing also became a key feature of the festive meal around this time. Christmas pudding, that tasty, rich dessert, owes its place at the table to the Victorians, who popularised the dish we know and love today. Fast forward to the present day, and we've added a few more dishes to our Christmas spread. We've reinvented, refined and adapted the classics, creating a festive feast that's as diverse and dynamic as the nation that celebrates it. So buckle up, food enthusiasts. Let's dive into some advanced recipes that will wow your guests this year. Turkey, the star of the show, deserves a touch of sophistication. How about we try a herb and butter roasted turkey with white wine gravy? Now let's talk turkey. Our recipe begins with the brine, a crucial step to infuse our bird with flavour and moisture. We're going to soak our turkey in a mixture of water, salt, sugar and a bouquet of fresh herbs like rosemary, thyme and sage. This process will help to tenderise the meat and keep it juicy even after hours in the oven. After our turkey has had a good soak, we're going to give it a butter bath. A compound butter, to be exact, that's packed with more herbs and spices. We'll rub this under the skin, over the skin and inside the cavity. This butter is the secret to a crispy, golden brown skin and a rich, savoury flavour. Now comes the roasting. We'll start at a high heat to get that skin nice and crispy, then lower the temperature to let the turkey cook slowly and evenly. Basting is key here. We're going to baste our turkey every 30 minutes with its own juices to keep it moist and flavourful. And don't forget the thermometer. We're looking for a temperature of 165 degrees in the thickest part of the bird. While our turkey is resting, we'll use the pan drippings to make a white wine gravy. We'll deglaze the pan with a good quality white wine, scraping up those delicious brown bits. Then we'll add in some chicken broth, a bit of flour to thicken, and let it simmer until it's rich and glossy. And there you have it. Herb and butter roasted turkey with white wine gravy. A turkey that's brined to perfection, seasoned with a burst of herbs, roasted to a golden brown, and served with a decadent gravy. Now that's a turkey that's sure to impress. But Thanksgiving is not just about the turkey, is it? Scene script, let's talk sides. How about some prosciutto-wrapped roasted pears with blue cheese and a green bean casserole with crispy shallots? Now, picture the sweet allure of roasted pears, their juices mingling with the saltiness of prosciutto and the tangy hit of blue cheese. A carnival of flavours, right? Here's how to make it. You'll need ripe but firm pears, prosciutto slices and some blue cheese. Preheat your oven. While it's getting hot, wrap each pear half in a slice of prosciutto. Roast them until the pears are tender and the prosciutto is crisp. Top with a crumble of blue cheese and you've got a side that's a flavour bomb. Now let's move on to the traditional green bean casserole, but with a little twist. The secret to this recipe is crispy shallots. Begin by frying thinly sliced shallots until they're golden brown. Set them aside. Now for the green beans, steam until tender but still bright green. For the sauce, you'll need to sauté mushrooms and garlic, then add some flour and milk to create a smooth, creamy base. Mix in your green beans, top with your crispy shallots, and bake until bubbly. This isn't just a side dish, it's a conversation starter. These sides are not just about taste. They're about creating a symphony of flavors that dance with the turkey, not against it. The sweet and salty prosciutto-wrapped roasted pears with blue cheese provide a delightful counterpoint to the hearty, savory turkey, while the green bean casserole with crispy shallots adds a creamy, crispy note that's hard to resist. These recipes are all about balancing tradition and innovation, familiarity and surprise. They take the familiar and twist it into something extraordinary, something that will make your guests sit up and take notice. It's not just about making a meal, it's about creating an experience, a story told in flavors and textures. Sides that steal the show, now onto the grand finale. Dessert. A Thanksgiving meal is not complete without dessert, but we're not just talking about any dessert, we're talking about a salted caramel pumpkin cheesecake. Now let's dive into this culinary marvel that combines the best of fall flavors with the creamy richness of cheesecake. First, we begin with the crust, a mixture of crushed graham crackers, melted butter and a touch of sugar pressed into the base of a springform pan. It's as simple as that. But remember, simplicity is often the foundation of greatness. Next, we move on to the filling. This is where the magic happens. Beat together cream cheese, sugar and spices until smooth. Then introduce your star ingredient, pumpkin puree. Stir it in until it's fully incorporated. Don't forget to add in your eggs one at a time, ensuring each is fully mixed in before adding the next. The result, a smooth, creamy filling that's ready to pour over your crust. And now into the oven it goes. As it bakes, the warm, inviting aroma of pumpkin and spices will fill your kitchen, a tantalizing preview of the treat to come. While your cheesecake cools, it's time to create the pièce de résistance, the salted caramel topping. Combine sugar, butter and cream in a saucepan and stir until it's a beautiful golden brown. Add a generous pinch of sea salt and voila, you've got a sauce that's sweet, salty and utterly irresistible. Time to assemble. Pour your luscious caramel over the cooled cheesecake, letting it drip down the sides for that rustic homemade look. And just like that, you've created a dessert that's as visually stunning as it is delicious. And there you have it, a dessert that's the perfect end to a perfect meal. But we're not done yet. Stay tuned for the final chapter in our Thanksgiving 102 series, where we'll raise a glass to this beloved holiday and the traditions that make it so special. To wrap things up, we propose a toast. A toast to Thanksgiving with a spiced cranberry spritz. Let's dive into a recipe that will add a sparkle to your Thanksgiving table. This isn't just any ordinary spritz. It's a spiced cranberry spritz, a concoction that will tickle your taste buds with the festive spirit of the holiday season. Imagine a symphony of flavors in your mouth. The tartness of the cranberries, the warmth of the spices, the fizz of the soda, and the smoothness of the vodka. All coming together in a perfect harmony. This is not just a drink, but an experience in itself. So, how do we create this magic? The star of the show is cranberries. We start by making a spiced cranberry syrup. Take a cupful of cranberries, add some sugar, a touch of water, and a sprinkle of your favorite holiday spices. Think cinnamon, star anise and cloves. Let it simmer until the cranberries burst with flavor and the syrup thickens. Once it cools down, strain it, and voila, your spiced cranberry syrup is ready. Now it's time to assemble the spritz. In a glass, pour a generous amount of your homemade spiced cranberry syrup. Add a shot of vodka to give it a kick. Then top it off with some soda water for that lovely fizz. Stir it gently, add a few ice cubes, and garnish with a sprig of rosemary or a slice of orange. There you have it, a spiced cranberry spritz, a refreshing and festive drink that's perfect for toasting to the holiday season. It's easy to make, yet packs a punch of flavor and sophistication. This year, give your Thanksgiving a touch of sophistication with these advanced recipes. Don't forget to share your experiences, and remember, the best ingredient is always love. Happy Thanksgiving!